What is up, guys? Ted from Nerd Immersion here, and we're back to finish our Dungeon of the Mad Mage unboxings. This time we're going to be doing the case incentive for Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage minis, and that is Halaster Blackcloak's himself, Laboratory, I believe it's called. It just says Halaster's Lab. And you can see there's all sorts of cool arcane objects and things. So if you're curious to see what exactly is in here, stay tuned. Alright, so we're back. We're capturing from one microphone this time, so no issues with voiceover. However, the unfortunate red square you see right here, I can't do anything about that. For those of you who want a little bit more, I'll give you a quick explanation. So I'm using an Elgato Cam Link, right? So that's a plugin that goes in USB in your computer and takes any camera that has an HDMI out, either micro or mini or what have you, or full HDMI, and it converts that into a USB signal that can be read by your computer. This allows me to get very high definition, manually controlled focus, and you can see we can get like really in details on my hands here because we're using an SLR camera. So unfortunately, mine doesn't have what's called clean HDMI out. So if I were to actually zoom this out a little bit, you'd actually see the overlay that you would see on the camera when you're going to take a picture. And because of that, the kind of red square or green square targeting reticle, if you will, in the center of your camera is still there, and there's nothing I can do about that. So let us dive into our unboxing. Sorry, folks, right as I started recording before, my son was waking up from his nap, so now we're several hours later, but we're going to do the unboxing. So I cut open the box. I'm going to slide out plastic tray. I did notice you may have the same situation. Some of these like zombie type creatures, which we'll get into, they kept slipping out of their little plastic container here. So nothing else in the box. And the back, we don't actually have any text. We just have a list of what things are, which I will keep off to the side in case I have questions or it's not explained on the bottom of the box. Okay, so these ones always get me. There we go. So this right here, as you can see, is very clearly some sort of arcane portal, something with some runes carved into it. I'm gonna guess that this is the summoning circle. Right? That kind of gives you that vibe on the underside. Nothing on it. Just standard. All right. Then we've got here, I'm gonna guess this is, what is this? There's only one of these. This is the wizard's table? No, this is just table. Okay. Does not, a little wobbly. This is a flat desk, mind you. I know this is gonna actually, I should really get this so that it's a little bit more, you know, level looking for you guys. But yeah, it's a table, right? It's got table legs, the underside's all painted, but a little wobbly. All right, then we've got, oh, I'm sorry, it's so crackling. Book pile. Okay, you can see here we've got a couple different books. Some of these are colored. Can't actually tell. Oh, actually, some of them. I don't know if you can make that out. Let's see if we can get real far in and get you to make that out. Look at that. You can actually see scribbling on the book, and there's like gold or maybe goop on the outside. Right there, again, drawings on the inside of the books. You can see different spines and things. Pretty cool sculpt. All right. That's our book pile. Here, we have a Baylor claw. Right, so we saw our summoning circle. here. So here is the claw of a Balor, right? So you've got your summoning circle. And then in the middle of your summoning circle is your Balor claw as it's being pulled up out of it. That's pretty cool. Magic effects kind of neat on the bottom. Sure that the hand size is correct for a Balor, but cool nonetheless. Okay. Oh god, I'm sorry, it's so gross. Just pop out, damn it. Okay, this is inactive shield guardian, as to be expected here. So it's on a table. So it should, I mean, yes, you could lay it down like this, but it's most likely meant to stand upright like that. And the shield guardian come off. No, he's attached on the feet. I mean, you could obviously cut him off if you want, so he's attached down on this board on the bottom. Down here. So he is not meant to be mobile and removable, unfortunately. Okay, and our zombies keep, or our corpses keep popping out here. This must be Wizard's table. So we saw table. This must be Wizard's table. So we can get in a little closer. There we go. So here on a Wizard's table, we've got books, we've got a skull, ink and quill, a little box, candle, mortar pestle, a couple little bottles, some scrolls, and so on. I'll just get these guys out of the way because they keep falling out of the box. Going everywhere. There's another one somewhere. I don't know where he went. Oh, there he is. So we've got Preserved Corpse Laying, which is these guys. Nothing too crazy to write home about here, these corpses. So, Preserved Corpse Laying, not too crazy. And then we have Preserved Corpse Grasping. So they're just the same thing again, but now a little mobile cam here. Now they're reaching out. Nothing crazy, but they did not sit in their little containers. Okay, we've got one of these large standing candles. These do not light up, but they do look really nice. You could probably retrofit an LED in there if you wanted. You have to drill all the way through it and then run the wires, but they're still pretty intricate, all things considered. Look at the design up and down. Although, as you can see, out the box, a little bit bowed and bent, but that can be rectified. We have a pseudo dragon on perch here. So we got our little perch, and you can see the pseudo dragon here. This is basically the pseudo dragon design from the monster manual. Hard to get it in focus because of the things, but I don't think it looks like a super high quality. And you can look at this, look at the wing. The black smudge paint all over the back. Alright. Getting down to the end here. We've got Familiar Cage. Okay. So, little cage if you're familiar. Well, a couple little legs here, different designs. Nothing in the cage, just a cage for a familiar. We've got, did I lose that? Yep, oh, we're gonna have to find that. That was the ghost lantern. It just popped right out and who knows where it went. I'll look for it in a second. Okay, this is a crystal ball, maybe? I don't know if you can actually make out that. Looks like there's a little eye inside there. Maybe. Is there a crystal ball? Or an hourglass? Alright, so I'm guessing that is Vecna's a hand and eye together under a little container. Just based on what's left in the set. I don't see that lantern. We're gonna have to... Oh wait, I do. Here it is. So this right here is a ghost lantern. For those of you who are curious about a ghost lantern, you can go and check out Tomb of Annihilation. It is actually a unique magic item for the campaign contained in the appendix in the back, unlike the appendices that we have in Dungeon of the Mad Mage, which doesn't exist. Okay, we've got, let's see, bookshelf with dragon skull. So you can kind of make out here, you've got a bunch of different little books, like a little skull, a keg, a couple of jars, and what looks to be a blue dragon skull on the top here with some more scrolls and a globe and things. Very cool. And we have 2 pieces of plastic. It looks like we do have articulated doors here. And no false back, maybe? No? We'll look at it. We have Halaster's wardrobe. Okay. Get that in focus. You can see he's got a couple different cloaks. Maybe a robe of eyes or something in there, probably on the left. A couple different books and things. The doors. Don't make me a liar. Here you go. The doors do shut, though they don't butt up perfectly. And you can see that it is very intricately carved. Can't argue with that. I mean, the way, or sorry, molded, but look at it, does look like it's carved. There's a little bit of smudging of paint on the door there. And a little bit up here on the top. And if you look at the back, that looks like a false back. Can I pop that out? Does that come out? It does. Oh ho ho, dear readers, or viewers. We have the false back of the 3 cloaks. And you can see in the inside here, there's a little staff, scrolls, a little, maybe a book or something. So if you were to open it now, you can see right through the other side. We can go ahead and pop in. And I guess I should say there are little keys. The little keys there, and there are little keys also on the dresser. So we can just go ahead and put this right here. Should just snap. Well, it actually was just kind of sitting there loose because if you look at the back, it didn't actually line up perfectly anyway. Last but not least, that was Halaster's wardrobe. We have the giant hourglass, and I think I'm going to be upset if I don't think this hourglass actually works. It doesn't. So it is purely just for the terrain's purposes, this hourglass. So if you turn it upside down, sand is really just paint on the inside. Again, nice spindle it's the carving of the spindles for the sides. And we have some weathering to look like real wood. But, I don't know, I would personally have liked that to be actual sand coming down there. So anyway, guys, that's it for me on this video. That was the unboxing of the case incentive of Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage, Halaster's Lab. So if you haven't figured it out by now, WizKids does when they release a new officially printed set of minis for Dungeons & Dragons. They also seem to do it for Pathfinder as well, but I'm focusing on D&D because this is a D&D channel. When they release a brick, one comes with a large mini. It used to just be everyone came with a large mini of some kind, right? The White Dracolich, the Silver Dragon, Copper Dragon, Chief Guh, and so on, the Kraken. But what they started to do, actually probably right around the time of the Kraken, maybe a little before, was one set comes out with a piece of terrain and like a play set, and the second one comes out with a creature. So we got Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica came out, or I guess we'll go back a little bit. Waterdeep Dragon Heist came out, and we got the City of the Dead. which wasn't too crazy. It was a bunch of like tombs and mausoleums and things. Then we got Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. We got Niv Mizzet, the big red dragon. Then Dungeon of the Mad Mage came out, and we got another playset piece, which is Halaster's Lab. So whatever the next mini line that comes out is, we should be getting a cool, large-scale monster inside. So I'm very excited for that. Also recently released by WizKids was the Falling Starship, I believe is the official terminology. It's a big, unpainted boat mini. And it seems like that was on point, as Wizards is releasing their first book. I believe it's going to be the first book of 2019. It's basically a campaign setting or a campaign resource for ship and nautical based things. So having a large scale like ship that you can purchase, that makes sense to me. The only downside is it is unpainted, so if you don't want to have a gray ship, you'll have to go through the process of painting it yourself. But the upside is it's like about this big, maybe bigger, so you have a lot of surface area to paint, so you won't be sitting there, you know, like this. I mean, you might be doing that in spots, but you could have nice long broad strokes, or maybe even use an airbrush, or even spray paint potentially to get like a nice solid base coat to make it all brown, and then do the detailing from there. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I don't know, my general opinion, this was really cool. I liked seeing a lot of the neat arcane stuff, like the little baubles, but for me, they're also the biggest detriment to anything I'll ever use in a terrain-based scenario. Like, I'm never going to put a tiny little ghost lantern, or like the Hand and Eye of Vecna under a little dome. Like, I'm not going to put those in my game. When I'm doing things with terrain, I want more big set pieces like this wardrobe, perhaps. Or probably more importantly would be like this summoning circle. The little dead people, that's good to have. Like, dead bodies are never a bad thing to have. But the tables, I like the, the book pile. And probably my favorite, even though I think it's kind of silly, is the Baelor hand, because I don't think the scale is right. But you could use this as a really sweet, like, mage hand mini to put down on the table. So I thought that that'd be pretty sweet to use it for something else. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.